This free step-by-step video comes to you directly from Haynes, creators of the world's best repair manuals. Fix your car or truck the right way with our accurate and reliable information at your side. You can complete more than 200 jobs on this vehicle when you purchase the complete online manual at Haynes.com.
Pull the hood release lever located on the driver's side kick panel. Slide the hood safety latch, then raise the hood upwards. Brake fluid level. The brake master cylinder fluid reservoir is located on the driver's side of the engine compartment firewall. The fluid level should be maintained between the max and min lines marked on the side of the reservoir. If the fluid level is low, wipe the top of the reservoir and cap with a clean rag to prevent contamination of the system when the cap is unscrewed. Unscrew the cap from the brake fluid reservoir. While the reservoir cap is off, check the fluid in the reservoir for contamination. If rust deposits, dirt particles, or water droplets are present, the system should be properly drained and refilled. Top up the reservoir with the specified type of new brake fluid until the fluid reaches the max line. After filling the reservoir to the proper level, install the cap and make sure the cap is fully seated to prevent fluid leakage or contamination. Engine oil level. Pull the dipstick out of the tube and wipe all of the oil away from the end with a clean rag or paper towel. Insert the clean dipstick all the way back into the tube and pull it out again. Note the oil at the end of the dipstick. The level should be between the add and full marks on the dipstick. To add oil, unscrew the oil filler cap and pour in the correct type of oil. Use a funnel to prevent oil spills. After adding oil, wait a few minutes to allow the level to stabilize, then pull out the dipstick and check the level again. Add more oil if required until it reaches the full mark. Do not overfill the engine. Insert the dipstick and install the filler cap, tightening it by hand only. Coolant level. A pressurized coolant expansion tank is located at the passenger side of the engine compartment and is connected by hoses to the radiator and cooling system. The coolant level will vary with the temperature of the engine. When the engine is cold, the coolant level should be at the full cold mark on the tank. Once the engine has warmed up, the coolant level should rise above the full cold mark. If the level falls before the full cold line, allow the fluid in the tank to cool, then remove the cap from the coolant reservoir and add the correct type and mixture of coolant to bring the level up to the full cold line. If only a small amount of coolant is required to bring the system up to the proper level, water can be used. However, repeated additions of water will dilute the antifreeze and water solution. Install the expansion tank cap securely. Drive the vehicle, then recheck the coolant level. Automatic transmission fluid level. Immediately after driving the vehicle, park it on a level surface, set the parking brake, and let the engine idle. While the engine is idling, depress the brake pedal and move the selector lever through all of the gear ranges, pausing for a couple seconds in between, beginning and ending in park. With the engine still idling, locate the automatic transmission fluid dipstick. It should be at the rear of the engine compartment on the passenger side. Pull the dipstick away from the tube, wipe it off with a clean rag, then push it all the way back into the tube until the cap seats. Pull the dipstick out again and note the fluid level. The level should be between the two holes in the dipstick, with the transmission at normal operating temperature. If additional fluid is required, pour the specified fluid directly into the tube using a funnel. It takes about 1 pint to raise the level from the lower hole to the upper hole, so add the fluid a little at a time and keep checking the level until it's correct. Also, be sure to shift the selector lever through the gear ranges between additions before checking the level with the dipstick. Do not overfill the transmission. Insert the dipstick fully into the tube. Turn off the engine. Power steering fluid level. The power steering fluid reservoir is located on the pump body at the front of the engine. Use a clean rag to wipe off the reservoir cap and the area around the cap. This will help prevent any foreign matter from entering the reservoir during the check. Twist off the cap and check the temperature of the fluid at the end of the dipstick with your finger. Wipe off the fluid with a clean rag, reinsert the dipstick until it fully seats, then withdraw it and read the fluid level. The fluid should be in the correct level range, depending on whether it was checked hot or cold. Never allow the fluid level to drop below the lower mark on the dipstick. If additional fluid is required, pour the specified type directly into the reservoir, using a funnel to prevent spills. Install the dipstick cap securely. Windshield washer fluid level. Fluid for the windshield washer system is stored in a plastic reservoir located at the left side of the engine compartment in front of the battery. Flip open the cap and fill the windshield washer reservoir as necessary. Push the cap securely onto the opening when finished.